Who am I? I'm Peter Clark in Coen. It's about 260 km south of Weipa and around about 600 kilometres north of Cairns, inland from Princess Charlotte Bay. It originally became settled when they found gold here in 1876, and they took 300 ounces walk back to Cooktown. And the next year the same crew came back and were followed by everybody else and started another small gold rush. Well, I've had quite a number of jobs, but probably the one that paid the most dollars for hours was the night soil and garbage collector, about 1976. There's money in you know what. Yeah, well, I've got one of those things up here, look. There wouldn't be many of them around. They've got to be worth a few bucks now. Except they make really good storage bins. They always have been a storage bin, haven't they? The night soil was, the toilet was a wooden box with a seat on the top, and it had a pan underneath. You pull it out, open the door, you pull that out, but you don't put your hands in it. You pull that out, and then the lid goes over that. You push it down, and these clips lock it on so that when you lift it, it had a rubber seal under there too, so it's completely sealed, but sometimes you get a crook seal and they do leak. And off you'd go and put it in a trailer supplied by the council, because it was a contract job. There's more than 20 litres in there, so they probably weigh 25, 30 kilos. But once they're full, they are fairly heavy, and it takes a fair bit to get them up here in the professional pose. Our old mate Toby, he used to get covered in it because he'd pick it up and, like that and carry it up against his chest. And that was the trouble when Christmas come along. The mixture of the contents of this and beer is not real good. The major problem in the wet season was trying to bury it, because it's very hard to put a covering of dirt over liquid. The liquid always wants to come to the top. Strange about that. Keep the can, give it a wash. We're all ready for next week. I got told where to go several times. One house I went into, and houses that had a lot of people, I usually left a spare bin, but quite often no one would change it, so when you'd go there it was overflowing. And one day I dragged it out and slopped it everywhere and put the lid on, and then went to the rainwater tank and turned it on to wash my hands. And the woman that owned the place come out and fairly cracked up about me washing my hands at their rainwater tank. There's too many surprises in that job. One day there was 5 cents in the bottom of one of the cans, and I had an old fellow working for me, an old Aboriginal bloke, and when I poured it out, the 5 cents stayed in the bottom. So I showed it to Toby, was his name. I said, "There's 5 cents, Toby, jump in and get it." He reckons up that, he reckons, but he already had this all over him, so it didn't matter, but he wasn't going to put his hand in and pull the 5 cents out. This is like the old guys that used to reckon, yeah, when my younger days we could load a 10-yard truck with a shovel in 10 minutes. Well, technology brought out backhoes and end loaders. Well, this is the same deal. Technology brought along the sewage system. Boy, that's good. Nature does it all now.